Hi everyone, welcome back. My name is Kate and I am a pre-doctoral intern at UCF CAPS. And I'm here today to talk to you about the second video in our mindfulness series, which is about observation and being present in the moment. So today we're going to learn a little bit about the precursor to being fully present in the moment, and that is mindful observation. Mindful observation is really about noticing what's happening in the here and now, and today we're going to do that by tuning into one object. So I want you to remember that judgments, thoughts, distractions, they can come in and out, and our job is really to just refocus our energy back to this one object. So we're going to tune into one object that's pretty neutral emotionally. So we want it to not have any kind of salient ties to it, so we can be objective. And it's okay if those judgments or criticisms or any other emotions kind of come in, and our job is to just refocus back into that present moment. We can think about mindfully observing something in a couple of different ways. The first way is to pretend like you have never ever seen this object before in your life. So it would be like you're looking at it for the first time ever, and you're going to describe it to yourself in a way that is super detailed and about the texture, about what it looks like, about what you imagine it would feel like. We're not touching it, we're just looking at it. So that's one way. The second way is to describe it to somebody else who's never seen it before. So how can we explain it to somebody else so they get the best picture possible without them ever having to see it? We want them to be able to understand it completely without them ever having to have looked at it. The third and final way is one of my favorite ways, and that's really about cherishing this object, so to speak. So I want you to imagine as if this object is so rare that you had to travel from across the world to come see it. As a matter of fact, it's so rare that it is the last one of its kind, and you get about 2 minutes to look at this object. This object, you have to look at it and pay attention to it enough and focus intently enough and be aware enough that you can hold on to this object in your memory for the rest of your life and remember all of its fine details and in and out. So, my object that we have here is a feather. If I had 2 minutes to spend with this feather for the rest of my life and I could never ever see a feather again, how might I describe it? So, I might say that it has long, wispy hairs, kind of like a paintbrush does, that are divided in different areas. Some of them are bent forward and some of them are bent backwards, and they cling together, not in an organized fashion, but straight. So they're kind of layered along this thin middle piece that feels a little bit like a straw. The colors are interesting. It's got a couple of different tones to it. So we've got brown, a little bit of black, cream, and white, and in the middle it's almost speckled. I don't know if you guys can see, but it's got these beautiful divisions, and at the bottom, down here, it's a little more soft, as opposed to up top it looks shiny and smooth. It's about, I want to say like 5 or 6 inches long, and it's got a really pretty design, and if you hold it up to the light you can see through it. And if I were to close my eyes, I would be able to replicate this and hold on to it for my memory. And that's our goal here. So I hope you enjoyed our mindfulness observation, and I hope you can put it into practice. Stay tuned next week for some more information on basic mindfulness tips and tricks. Thanks so much.